Hi, today we are going to discuss one topic. Dubai property market will crash soon? Hmm, yeah, that's a very good question. First of all, you want to understand that how important it is for the real estate business, or we call the property business for the UAE, this country. So when we check the UAE GDP percentage by the category, we can see that the real estate activity or the construction is around 7 to 8%, in total around 15 to 18% for the total GDP for the UAE. So we can say that it's quite important for this country, for the construction and the real estate business, so that you support the whole country's running. If without that, maybe the country will lose a lot. And then we will see the performance for the Dubai villa or the townhouse transaction during these several years. We can see that during this 1 year, 2020 and 2021, the villa or the townhouse sales transaction volume is going super high. They are making very good business. For the apartment sales also maybe not as high as the villa or the townhouse, but the apartment also continue make good sales. So for the property transaction or the price, one of the basics impact, of course, is the population. Without the population, the city will not grow. So this is the common sense. So Dubai during these several years, from 2000 to 2018, we can see that populations increased a lot. So within the very short periods, but during this 1 to 2 years, the population that not increased that much. I think one of the factors maybe is the pandemic, but still continuously. For the every years, Dubai's property increase this year around 1 to 2%, and we can say that it's not super fast. So if the population didn't increase that much, how come the property price increased that much and the transaction increased that much? So this is a question from me, then later we will discuss how come this happened. From location wise, we can see that Dubai, there's many community for the residential or the commercial. At the very beginning, there's the old town here, like the Dera, Bur Dubai, and then we had the Marina, JBR, Palm Jumeirah, etc. And then we had several others property residential. Then now we can see that the residential community is from here coming inside this area. We can see that so many places still empty, it's a bit desert. So there's still had a very big potential to develop so many properties in the Dubai here. So we can see that the land, yes, I think it's big enough for you to build up a lot of building, apartments, villas, everything. So they had the unlimited potential, and then but Dubai is continue building. We can see so many apartments, villas everywhere. Will really will not oversupply. Next we will continue to discuss. Normally, we always say that for the impact for the property transaction and the price, there's a three factor we have to consider. One is the long term, is the population, because all the city or the country only population increase, then we increase the demand for the property, and then we push the price up and down. Second factor is for the location. The city, there's a center, they have the countryside. In the inside city or outside city, depend on the distance from the downtown. So the property price will be different. So the second factor is the location that will impact for the property price. And number three, which is we call is the short-term impact, is for the finance. So then we will see that for the Dubai this side, for the price increasing, majority is from the finance impacts. As the global US is continue printing the money, and then the inflation is spread over the world, Then Dubai also cannot escape from this impression. So we can see that from the FDI, the foreign direct investment for the UAE for this 2020, we can see that the increase a lot. Of course, by this moment we don't have the data for 2021, but I'm sure that Dubai is get a lot of FDI, I mean the foreign investments from the other country, and that is pump up the property price. So that is the short-term impact, and not only for the property, but also you can see that in the Dubai stock market also. Once the money coming inside the country, so everything go up for the stock market price also. So that is the impact for the global finance effect. Then we can imagine that once the hot money, yeah, I call it hot money, once the money coming inside from all over the world, coming from all over the world to the Dubai, then you pump up a lot in the Dubai's property price. And there's another effect is that once you had a lot of money in the bank, you have to release the money as the loan, no matter the car loan or the mortgage or whichever credit card. So you have to, the bank cannot keep all the money is inside the bank. They have to, in order to make the money from the money, they have to release as a loan to the people. And then we can see that the hot money, if it costs the low interest rates from the bank side, that is one of the impact for the normal people side. It means that you are easily to get the money, to get the loan from the bank. Then what you do, you buy the car, you buy the property, you buy blah 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 blah. To spend the things. Spend the money in advance before you actually earn it. But even the bank offer you a lot of option for the loan or the credit card, so there's some limitation. I mean, you have to have some limitation. You cannot spend too much money, which is how to say that, which is a lot than your monthly income, than your salary. So somehow they will come up to the limitation because you cannot borrow too many loans from the bank. So once this reach the limitation, then the loan from the bank to the market, to the people also will slow down. Then we can see that actually, I think that from the March of 2021 timing, then the loan growing is the growth is slow down until today. So when we're talking about the loan growth slowdown, means that the people already buy enough house. You can buy one house, two house. You cannot buy 3, 4, 5 house. Then once the people reach the limit, I mean the country, the population reach the limit for their own credit, then the transactions will going down. I mean the property also will going down. We can see the chance is happening. So come back to the original question, to buy property market will question, yes or no? I don't have a very clear answer, but if you're looking at the American property now, is also start to slow down, and then the people had the expectation is that the government is going to raising the interest rate, and then I think that will impact globally, also impact for the Dubai, also Dubai, the government and the bank also will increase the interest rate. Then they will speed up. They will slow down about again for the growth for the property transaction. So even now we can see there's still so many new projects launching in Dubai here, but I don't think this is will continue, like the bombing is continue going up and up. I don't think so for the Dubai property transaction, because as I mentioned, first of all, for the limitation for the population itself, the population that doesn't grow up that much. How come the demand come? Of course, it's the hot money. So is for the short term impact. It's not for the healthy growing as the long term. So I think yes, even this 1 year, 2 year, the price and the transaction go up, but surely they will cool down because at the end there's no so big population to support the continued growing for the market itself. And as a no as the resident in Dubai here, in fact, we can see that when we're going around, we can see that so many apartment. I cannot say it's empty, but the occupation rate is not that high. So in average, people say that my feeling, maybe around 60%. In fact, many apartments, no one living there. For the villa also, so many villas on the construction continuously. So many big property developer continue to launching the project. But we don't see that trend will continue. I don't think that Dubai had so how to say that so many high incomes level person to continue buying the very luxury property here. I mean, no matter the apartment or the villa of course is super expensive, at least 2 million, 3 million, 4 million. I mean, for the apartment itself also like 1 million dirham, something like that. Not all the level of people can afford this property here. So for me, yeah, I think the super high speed growing for the property price or the transaction will not continue, and it will slow down very soon, very soon.